I'm actually watching the outbound stream and I'm not seeing us pop out there. So
the mysteries of YouTube.
Here's what I'm going to try to do.
Okay.
Is I think
restart it.
Oh, I think it just started. So I'm going to go ahead and restart.
Okay.
We're going to go back to 1.
We're going to go back to 1 and then we'll just edit it out.
And we're just going to edit it out. Right,
okay.
So here we go.
Here we go. We're going to go back to 1 and edit it out because we don't know what's happening. It is Cinnamon Cooney, your art Sherpa, and I'm joined by my little daughter, Luna, today. We're doing a big art quest on tips and tricks on how to paint with kids. Painting with kids, that's right. That's a good ingredient tool for painting with kids, huh? That's one of our favorite things. On the mic today is John.
Hi, guys.
This is our second start. So there may be some editing that posts up later. You know, give us a second because live is like that. But that's the only way that we can be answering your questions in real time.
Just a touch. We just had a little bit of a weird start there.
I have one. I'm ready. I'm okay. I promise. So painting with kids is definitely different than painting by yourself. I've done kids art camps. I've taught kids. I've painted with my kids. I've certainly done a lot of kids in the painting parties, and so there's a lot of stuff. I'm okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. High five. She's very considerate. So this is going to be kind of what it is. Luna's going to stay with us as long as she's in the mood to stay with us. These are my top 10. So I'm going to share my 10 plus a couple extras. She's 4.
She's 4.
She's 4. So first thing is moms and grandparents.
There is a little bit peach and...
You're not sure? Okay. So it's different to paint with kids, and you have an idea of what it's like, and then there's the reality of what it's like because they're kids, and kids come in personalities, and they have temperaments, and they just do their kid thing. And so creating can be fun, but also super challenging with children, and filming too. So tip number 1, I like to say, is that when you're doing a project, my favorite thing I like to do is tape down whatever we're working on. I have 2 kinds of tape here. This is just the regular Scotch tape that you can get at any craft store, and this is my artist tape. We're going to be projecting on these cards here. These are from Cynthia Silveri, and she has a website, The Passionate Colorist. She sells these coloring pages. Yeah, isn't that pretty? And I met her and really liked her, and Luna and I have enjoyed coloring her cards. Yeah, I think so. Okay.
They're nuts.
They're nuts. All right, that's good thinking. So the trick here is that this is a pretty heavy stock, and I do like working with kids on as heavy of a paper as my budget will allow. Right? That's the other reason why tape is really good. If you're working on a lighter paper, let me get this positioned to you real nice, okay?
I'll hold it for you.
Thank you for holding it for me. I tape this down to my surface because kids are really leaning in artists. I don't know if you've noticed this, but they lean right across their paper. They're all over it, and they'll move it, and it can create some frustration for them and you. And it's super easy to avoid with a little bit of tape. If you tape all 4 edges, it'll give you a nice boundary, but you can just tape 1. I'm going to be super thorough today. Okay, let me get this one right here. And tape all 4. I might even tape mine down. Helps me a little bit too. Right?
I wonder if Luna can help hold yours down too.
You want to hold mine down too?
I don't know. I'll get some for you.
Oh, thank you.
Can you hold it down for her? Oh, look at that.
Thank you so much. She is a helper, and it is their natural inclination to be helpers. Best just to let them go with it. That's certainly something you can.
I'll get more for you. Like
This much? It's sticky, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's super sticky. Am I supposed to tape down all 4 sides of mine too? Okay. All right. So this tape is pretty inexpensive. It can tear the paper when it comes off, but again, the point is to have a good experience, more than anything else. Thank you so much, Luna. Thank you. High five. Thank you. So that's the first thing that I say that makes creative time with kids a little more enjoyable. It's fix down that project surface. Almost. All right, would you like to pick out your blue brush? My next tip. Oh, thank you. Thank you. My next tip is work small. This is a big tip. This is really important. You might have noticed in your own painting practice with me on these hour-long classes that you get a little tired.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Mentally and physically really tired. Well, kids really do too. And so if you make the painting smaller, whether you're painting along with me or you're doing little projects like this, they have more legs to complete that project and have a better time. Also, if you keep the brushes small, it limits the exciting opportunities for crazy, unexpected mess. And that's a really important thing for mom and grandparents and everybody who's working with kids, if you're teaching kids, wherever you're at. If you keep these products small, they can't overload in water and they can't oversop, and you're just surprised what can happen with a really good mop brush.
Yeah.
I've had some really extraordinary experiences with a mop brush where I was like, I didn't even know the mop brush did that. Like, until this moment, I did not know it carried that much water and it could fling it that far across the house with pigment. Just had no idea. All up on my ceiling.
Robot camera knows.
Robot camera knows. So small canvases, small brushes. My next tip is my water cup. Hopefully you guys can see it here. I keep my water levels really low.
Yeah.
My water levels are really, really low. Is that good? You like the low water levels? Yeah. That helps keep the cups from tipping over. Or you can do smaller, wider cups. But if you're just doing these sort of solo cups, just underfill them. And honestly, if you're in a painting party and you're teaching people, underfill those cups. Because that will help prevent those spills. Because when they get overly full, are you thirsty? Can Dad get you a cup of water? Because we don't drink paint water, do we?
I'm on it.
No. So see, that's something I didn't prepare for, and then there we are, needing to deal with that. And so that's another thing. Everything that you can think of ahead of time, just to make sure that you don't have to get up or go anywhere, so you can be present in that space, is really going to help you have a good time. How you doing, Luna? You okay? You want to say hi, tell everyone how you're doing? In this camera right there? Can you look right there and say hi? Hi. What are we doing today? We're going to draw? It's okay, I got a scrape. Sometimes we get scrapes.
One time I got a bad scrape right here.
One time you got a bad scrape right there?
Yeah.
Yeah? It was big?
This much.
It was that much? I don't remember that scrape. All right. So we've got this right here, a little straw on it. And that way she can sippy sippy. It's okay for mom to have a sippy sippy too. By the way, what if you need to have some spa music on? Goodness gracious. Did that go down the wrong hole? You get it in your lungs. You okay? What happened?
I don't know.
You don't know? The water just went wrong? You want to try again? See if we can do it better this time.
Then I didn't cough.
That time you didn't cough. Every time's a new time. Successful. So, just things you don't expect.
Put it right here, okay?
Oh, I'm going to put it over here. And but when you need it, I will get it for you. See, I'm setting up my space for success. That's an important thing. Next thing I want to say is I've got these cheap watercolors from Loft. I've used these a long time. I really, really like these.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the childishness.
That's right. I like that it's in this sort of molded case here. I don't know if I can show this, so it's molded down.
Mm-hmm.
I like the variety of colors. And what I can do is rinse this off really easily in the sink and not feel bad about it, because these aren't expensive pigments when the natural experimental mixing happens, and it's going to happen. You guys have really just got to embrace that they're going to find every contrasting color and mix them together and make a whole field of zombie gray. That's happening. Don't even try to stop that. You can just run this under the sink, and then I just take a little brush while the water's running and swirl it around each plop, and that washes the pigment back to fresh.
Nice.
I can't do that with the other watercolors because they're loose.
Oh, they just wash away.
Well, no, the little plans, it's weird. They're just weird. I just like this because it's one solid unit. Next excellent tip. I know all the pro watercolor people go, oh, I know what they're doing. I like to prime the watercolor pad with a mister. Now, she knows to put her brush in water, right? But this helps her be more successful with her painting. And anything you can do to help them be more successful with their art is a big, big deal. You know, just like you don't like it when the tools don't work, you guys don't like it when the tools don't work. You want your watercolors to work, huh? Yeah, it's important. You ready to start painting? You can start painting right now, sweetie.
I'm going to wait till you're done.
Oh, okay. Well, let's start, and then you can talk to me.
This color.
You are? I like that color. Tell me about that color.
How you use this is, I don't know what color is this, but
Is that a hot pink?
yeah.
It's a hot pink, isn't it?
And this color and that color
Uh-huh.
makes a light pink.
It makes a light
Is this
pink?
mine?
Yeah, that's yours. So just have fun with that. Always make sure that as mom you take a lot of deep breaths. Another tip is old clothes. Don't wear great stuff to the crafting table with the kids. They don't need to be in their good stuff. You don't need to be in good stuff. Don't put down your good tablecloth. In fact, everything that you really care about and need to preserve in all family heirlooms should be moved away from any zone in the creative surfaces. If it's there, it will get destroyed. It's unbelievable. It's like a magnet.
Luna, do you have any tips for keeping things clean?
Do you have
Yeah.
tips?
What's your tip?
My tip is I like this dark pink, but it's too dark.
Okay,
Mhm.
that's a good tip.
But this is light purple. That's light pink.
Uh-huh.
This is light white. This is actually a big light white.
Is it?
That's a dark light. This is a dark white. This is light white.
Yeah.
I
It
see
looks
that.
peach, but it's peach. Everyone, my sister calls it a white. But I tell her it's a peach.
Huh. You do?
But everyone says it's a peach color.
It's a peach colored? I think it's almost a skin
Yes.
tone.
This color today thing.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to show me? Oh, I'd like that. Now, the next thing I want to say is, so you've taken care of your calm space. Turn off your phone. Turn off your TV. Put on your music. Get a sippy. Make sure that nothing, if everything were just to become an unexpected comedic movie from the 80s, you're all good with that. You can roll with that. I'm not naturally. I'm a pretty energetic, wound type person.
Yeah.
So I really have to pre-plan my creative space when I'm working with kids. That way, if it all gets weird, and it will get weird, weird things will happen. We went through all that things of making galaxy slime,
Oh, yeah.
you know, and that's when we discovered galaxy slime and hair don't go together, because I turned around and came back and she had it all in her head. That's really extraordinary to get out. That's an unusual Google search too.
Yeah.
Right?
It was a very interesting
It's just, I'm just saying. So it's super important to keep that calm space, because here's the deal. People remember the big charged memories. You remember the best meal you ever had, and you remember the worst meal you ever had.
Oh, so Shelly has a really great tip from our community.
I would love a tip from our community.
So-
And I would also love to shout out some little brushes that are painting with us
Oh,
today.
yeah. I will definitely get there.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to use this color.
Oh, wonderful.
So
I like
Shelley-
that pink.
This is
she says, if you're painting in a room, don't leave your paint out with your kids, or they'll finger paint the dining room table, chairs, and antique china hutch.
But I'm
Sorry,
gonna
Mom.
use it.
Yes. Yes, they will. Because they're making the room more beautiful. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. It was undercolored. It was all brown. And they're going to fix it
And
right
see,
now.
Shelly
Yes.
knew that as a little kid. Luna knows that. You can see it on my walls.
Oh, yeah. We have a lot of... There's going to be singing. Luna likes to sing when she's happy.
And yes.
That's a constant conversation in our house, because she's a song in our heart.
Yes, she does.
She has a song in her heart, and it's going to come out. Mark Muir will relate to this. What little brushes do we have painting with this?
Oh, I'll have to scroll back up here. I saw some little. I know that we have a lot of new people here with us today.
That's wonderful.
I'm going to scroll back up here and I'm going to say hi. First of all, I want to say hi to all of our moderators who are just out here. Everybody is here. And Kim Sim and Mona and Ethel and Jane and Mark and Lisa has no power, so she's been dropped out.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa, because Lisa's got some kids that paint with her all the time.
She does.
All the time. Yeah?
Can I use one of these for these?
Oh, yeah, in a minute. But we got to finish all this painting before we use the other tools. Is that okay? Can you wait? You can? Can you do more painting?
I can do a small brush.
You need a different small brush?
Yeah.
You can change brushes. I make sure my cup is full of everything I'm okay to be used. That way I can be really flexible as we go. Little thing. I don't put stuff in there that I'm like not okay if it gets used. I can? Thank you so much. You can pick up another brush. Actually, I'm going to move this one out because that one's a little bigger than I wanted. That's for a different project. So that's the first thing. The next one, and this is going to surprise everybody, but here's what, especially for mom.
Yeah.
No matter what, don't teach.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because here's the thing is you're the boo-boo kisser, you're the hugger, and art isn't like math or other things. It's really emotional. Just like it's emotional for you, it's super emotional for kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And sometimes what happens, and we used to see this in the painting parties all the time, because we all love our kids. We just want them to succeed, and we want to help them, right?
Mm-hmm.
We want to give them a hand, but we don't realize that we're intruding into some very delicate, emotional, internal, spiritual space. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's some things I can tell you if you're going to, how to do it to make sure it's okay. But I have talked to art teacher after art teacher as a mom who's like, man, I wish I hadn't gotten in there with my kid and gotten in there and taught them. My mom did a very smart thing. She did not teach me as a kid.
Yeah.
Really, she didn't. She's very hands-off. And for years, I didn't get it until I had my own children. But she did take me to every workshop on the planet, and she made sure I had a lot of art materials. And she was creative with me a lot.
Yeah.
But she didn't reach across to my canvas and paint on it.
Yeah.
And she didn't critique it. Because the weird thing happens when you critique somebody's art, you're critiquing them personally. It's just the same as making a comment on somebody's appearance.
Oh, yeah.
It has that same impact. You do? Oh, awesome.
Because her mom, because someone takes her mom.
Right? Right? So I'm going to, through this quest, give you some tips on how to help them have a successful painting while you are being Jane Goodall.
Mm-hmm.
You're observational over here. You can definitely help direct the use of materials, stuff like don't drink paint water, don't lick paint, definitely all the don't eat paints. You can kind of control the materials that come in and out. You can tape things down, but on their creative thing, even if you're following along with me and I'm doing a tree and they're painting a cat, that's all good. As long as they're painting, it's all good. Right?
Yep.
This is it, like, this isn't like, you know, like I think like dance or music or stuff like that has a more engaged teaching process, but with art, it's just more important that we do it and we allow it, especially in kids. We'll be in painting parties and the child will be painting and they'll be doing something and mom will reach over and start painting and they are always crying at the end of it. Like always. You know, and it's not, I mean, I get it. I've done it. We've all done it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because it's not something you expect. Normally, like if you're showing your child how to throw a ball, you don't get a meltdown for helping them throw a ball. But you can in arts. It's just a weird place to sort of be hands off. What I like to do, and how I've really helped Luna and Spider and Honey, is I do passive teaching, what I like to call passive instruction.
Yeah.
Do you know how I'm making this
I
light?
don't know.
This is how you make light.
Uh-huh.
Peach.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
I like how much you've got on your brush. Are you going to mix it up? Let me re-mist you. You're getting a little dry here. Woo. Is that okay?
Hey,
Okay.
Luna. Could Luna look up and say hi? We have.
Hi.
Can you say hi to Jessie?
Hi, Jessie.
And can you say hi to Emma?
Hi, Emma.
They're excited to be painting with you.
They're your friends. They're painting with you right now online. Did you know that?
Is that Jenny and B? I had two
It's Jesse and Emma.
And Zacharias?
Hi, Zachariah.
And
I do
Bean.
have a small-
And who?
And Bean.
And Bean?
Bean is my friend too.
He is? She is?
Her is little.
Oh, okay. Has some feelings there on that. So that's an important thing. What I do when I'm painting with Luna or any of my kids is I do my thing. I paint over here. And I just kind of relax and take some downtime, right? Just doing my thing, not too seriously. And I paint. And what will happen, what has happened over the years, is I have been observed. Kids are super observant,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Like a hawk.
Like a hawk, especially of their parents. And naturally, at some point, they will ask a question, how did you do that? Then it's okay for you to explain yourself. At that moment, be just, oh, this is really fun. This is how I totally did this, and I really had a good time. What do you think?
Making this dark
Now,
pink.
sometimes they'll want to teach you things. Definitely roll with that,
Yes.
Look
right?
what I made.
Because they're actually working. What'd you do? What'd you do? Can you show me?
I used that color.
I should do that?
This color.
Should I do that?
Uh-huh.
All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do what you did. So this one, is it go over here?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. I'll use some of that color. Thank you, Luna.
Hi, Luna. Could you say hi to one more person for me? Say hi to Charlotte.
Hi, Charlotte.
Good job. You're doing so good, Luna. Thank you. Oh, I like how you're layering that. So I love what you're doing. The nice thing about that, when you can do that way, is it helps them build confidence in their creativity. Right now in the school system and stuff like this,
Clean the brush.
we're not really encouraged to
gonna
be
be way-
creative,
Like you were.
right? There's standardized testing. There's all kinds of things we need to do. And, of course,
you
there's
want to
exceptional
lick that
teachers. I
You
do.
have to want. You make it wet.
I do?
You make it wet.
I do? Okay. That's interesting what it's
Then
doing.
you do it again.
And then I do it again?
So
Okay.
Sandra has a
Wet,
question.
wet.
I would love to
wet.
answer Sandra's
You
question.
did it big.
If I'm allowed to.
She
You
says,
are allowed.
how do you help your kids work through
You're allowed to.
perfectionism?
Oh.
My little artist is 10, and she was frustrated when painting the frog because it didn't match yours perfectly.
That's right. And that is a very common kid thing. So, types of kid painters.
Every cat is lost.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can I tell them this real quick? Is that okay?
See?
I do.
Ian's mom is gone and dead.
Oh my goodness, that's just so sad. I let you know right now. She's a little more gothic than we expected of the other two. So you have the speed painter. There's a group of kids that feel that there's a racing component to painting.
Yeah.
They're just going to do that. I've got some tips on how to have that be successful, and I'll show that on the acrylic thing. Then we have kids that just kind of work a lot slower than you'd expect. It's okay that they work in sessions,
Yeah.
right? Oh, wow. Then you have teachers like Luna.
Yep.
She just naturally, when she figures something out, she wants to share it.
Yeah.
You have collaborators, which means that they want you to paint on their piece. They're not working unless you're working with them.
Oh, yeah.
And that's just what they need to be creative. You have the single trackers, which is they're going to do the same thing over and over again. They're going to draw a creeper for 2 years. That's happening, right?
Like you draw horses
Yeah. Yeah, like I drew horses.
just over and,
And over and
over.
over again.
Yeah.
That's a thing. And then there's also, of course, the perfectionist. And I've been in classes with kids, and they melt it
I didn't
down.
know how I could do that.
You didn't?
No.
No, you're so silly. I love what you're doing here. It's so pretty. You're doing a good job, sweetheart. It's really good.
I knew an amazing perfectionist artist growing up when I was in high school. He
Did
was
you?
Like, yeah,
Oh,
his
so you
Collins
already
Hooper.
like
I remember him. He just drew he had Prismacolors and did
Yeah.
like all these photorealistic dinosaurs. It was
Yeah.
the coolest thing.
Here's the thing: is what's happening for your child if they're having that experience is that they have a highly developed internal visualization system,
Mhm.
right? They can see it and they can feel it. It's almost more real than what's real, and just like you can't maybe run as fast as you'd like to when you're a kid or throw a ball. You did. You made a great yellow, and I like the way those look together. That's so pretty, that pink and that green and that yellow. I like that. And so they can't get it out, right? And what they want to do, and this will be your experience at home, they want to crumple it up and start again. And they start to draw, doesn't go perfect, crumple it up, start again. They want to paint, they want to throw it away and start again. And what you have to do is you have to get them to finish. It's the hardest thing, because the only way that they can break through the block and get that skill developed is to finish the piece. If they keep stopping where they're blocked, they can't make the brain connections that will help them get the internal picture out. So you've got a person who's melting down. Their project isn't, it almost makes me tear up because I've been there with some real emotional situations.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to get them to deep breathe.
Yep.
Right? Now, sometimes what you'll do is you'll say, may I have permission to paint on your piece? If they give you permission, sometimes you can show them how easy it is to fix.
Oh, yeah.
If you can calmly help them realize that paint dries and can be painted over and they can fix any mistake in their painting, then they can transition into that artist you were talking about who did hyper-realistic dinosaurs and was like really drilled down into that.
Yeah.
Right? But what you got to get them through is that moment where they're like, when they realize they're not going to be able to get it out.
Yeah.
Because it's really upsetting. And you may have had that experience at home as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
We all can have that experience.
The flowers.
Uh-huh.
These ones, those colors kind of
Yeah. Now, with my kids that I've done, I have lavender. This is going to sound pretty, but you ready? Okay. I use a lavender tea or whatever they find. No sodas, no any of that. Lavender tea. We put on calm music. We do deep breath. We dry paint, and we just finish it.
Yep.
Right? Get them to finish the painting and then do it again. Get them to finish the drawing and then do it again. And if you have, just however you can do it passively, don't let it keep building up emotionally. Right? You got to be like, no, this is good. This is groovy. It's calm. It's okay. I can. Thank you. All right. I'll do that right here, okay? These are Liquitex paint markers that we reviewed a while ago, and they've become part of my kids' art supply.
I really like those. Yeah, Cheryl.
The kids do.
Speaking of Liquitex, Cheryl in the comments was just saying that she had a really nice experience with Liquitex where she had a damaged tube of paint.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They contacted her, and they excellent customer experience with that. So
we'll have to find it. Maybe it fell down on the floor. Can we find it later? It's right there. It blended in. It blended. It was blendy. So, yeah, that's the thing with perfectionists. With speed painters, that's okay. They'll work it out. That's just, they're getting what they need out of the creative. Thank you. They're getting what they need out of the creative process. And that's really all you need them to do is get what they need out of the creative process. All you're trying to do with your kids when you craft or create with them is to teach them that their imagination has real value.
mm-hmm.
I think that's red, but let me know what you think.
This is pink.
Yeah?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I did not know it said that. Okay. So that is something I'd be interested to let me know if that helps, but that's what I do when I'm with kids, and that is a really common thing. There is not one set way of being creative.
Yeah.
You guys may have noticed that just in us reposting everybody's painting. There is not one right way to do this. And some kids will have incredible skill sets in one area and maybe not in another, and they're not getting recognized for the skill sets that they have.
Mm-hmm.
Like my daughter, it's not coming out. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh, it's dried up. Try the blue one. It's probably still good. We'll let that go.
Put this on it.
Okay, there you go. Okay.
Here.
So like my daughter, my eldest, she's incredible pattern recognition and abstracts.
Yep.
But she wasn't representational. And so it took a while before the art instructors realized that she was quite good.
Mm-hmm.
It took them a while. So a lot of times innately kids won't get recognized in a public system, so you've got to be that recognition system at home, which takes it to the next point, which is display everything.
Wow.
Put it up, put it on social media, post it, let them see those posts, put it out there everywhere. I mean, my house is just covered in art.
Yep.
And then what you do is you photograph it and then recycle it, because seriously, at some point it's overwhelming.
But you know what? It's a good idea to just to hang up your paintings too.
It's okay. What are you gonna use? The yellow?
No, the new tool.
What's the new tool?
That tool. Those tools.
Oh, okay. We're gonna get to that in a second. Are you all done?
With these things.
Are you done with this watercolor?
Yeah.
You finished? You feel good? Do you have anything else you want to do?
With those.
You think so? Okay.
It's gonna be really cool.
It's gonna be really cool.
All
right.
So Grunge Princess was actually agreeing with you here in the comments. She was saying that she teaches an after-school art program with kids and always tells them that to make mistakes. Don't worry about it and to only be creative.
Yeah.
Encourage them to just play. So
it's not that we don't need to teach art skills and things. It's just that there's a developmental stage where it's not helpful.
yeah.
That just comes later in art.
Yeah.
When we're feeling confident. You are? Thank you. All right, so we're going to put out our next thing, and this is my next trick.
And I'm going to ask everyone to please like, comment,
and
subscribe. Yeah, we always do forget to do those wonderful calls to action. Maybe we can get Luna to help us. Luna? Can you say please subscribe?
Please subscribe.
See, there we go.
Please subscribe.
There's just a gratuitous plug from our daughter.
Everything needs to go up, though. You just need to validate everything. I can't tell you how important it is. It needs to get framed, put up, sent to grandparents, and just put out there. Kids need it. They love it. And
do this?
It will make a huge difference. I mean, they may just grow up and not be painters, but if they trust their creativity, they might be really innovative engineers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I'm going to explain why.
And...
Because you like blue?
Because I love blue. Okay?
Color is red, right?
Yeah. So, I have an 8x10 canvas board here. I like to paint with canvas boards with kids.
Mm-hmm.
I am still taping this down.
Remember how you get it free?
You're going to get it free? So I'm taping this down again.
And I know you say it's really great to put up all the little brushes paintings.
Mm-hmm.
And I notice we have so many new painters with us today. They're in the comments. And I would like to encourage them to hang their stuff up too, because it's really important to be proud of your work.
It's super important.
I'm so excited and happy when I see all these new paintings out there, and you guys do so much better than you know.
You got to give the same stuff to yourselves that you would give to your kids.
Yeah. Your paintings are really amazing.
So we're taping this down.
We're gonna, because it's gonna be great.
And I like to say painting with kids is a lot like herding cats. All right. Is this a good spot, or do you want it here?
This spot.
Okay. So this is Soul Art Studio. They sent me these paints. They're eco-friendly. It's a couple of moms. I haven't used them before, but they said that they developed these to paint with their kids, so I thought this was a good show to try them out.
Yeah. Now, can I ask you, the other paints you were just using,
yes,
are those okay for some of our community just use as beginner watercolors?
Yeah, I a bunch of my stuff, you're going to try to get it? A bunch of my stuff I painted with those.
Oh, yeah?
I like those watercolors actually quite a lot. I mean, I'm sure they're not super archival, and how about I get that? Thank you for trying, though. This is just not sharp enough. And this plastic is more resistant than we could ever know. Okay? So tell me, what's your favorite color?
Purple, pink, orange, and yellow. And
okay, well, let's make a plan. Can we put out some purple? And you know what would be nice? Some red. You know what else is pretty with that? Some blue.
with some red.
Uh-huh. And
some purple.
right?
This is
Okay, I got some white there. This is very important. I'm going to explain what I'm doing here in just a second, guys.
a new
So,
special purple.
when you're painting with kids, they're going to want to mix colors. Now, a couple things that you can do, and I wholly recommend this if you're doing a mommy and me. Okay, you ready? If you're doing a mommy and me, or you're going to do that color, want to put it out? Or if you're painting with kids in anything, I like the sacrificial plate of paint.
Yep.
I put out a little bit of paint because they have
Can I
to.
put it right here?
Uh-oh. These have those funny sealed things, so I got to help you get that out. Okay. Where should I put it? Point to where should I put it? Right there?
Mhm.
Is that good?
Mhm.
All right. So that squeezes out nice.
Great purple.
I'll put a link to these if you guys like these in the
It
description.
looks like a blue. Blue, this green,
I'm puncturing it.
little, it made a blue.
Where do you want me to put this one?
Huh.
Right there? So I'm going to put out analogous or harmonious colors, which means I put out no contrasts. And I put out
Gotcha.
white, always.
I'm gonna put
I-
it right here.
Okay, I pre-paint the canvas because kids in general, especially young, are not going to cover the entire canvas.
And
And if
this
you want
color
something that's
right
really
here.
shareable and frameable, creating in a colored ground
Mm-hmm.
is really,
Did it.
really... Oh, you did? High five.
I'll get it for you.
Hi,
It's
Luna.
sealed.
Luna, could you say hi to another little brush, Elizabeth?
Hi, Elizabeth.
She's not really a little brush, but she's really far away.
Is she? How far away is she?
She's in Holland, I believe.
It's Karen.
You know,
hers in Canada. Her
think-
house is made of Canada.
It's Elizabeth Norfolk.
Oh, hey, Elizabeth. Hi.
But
I think she's in.
one on it.
Is it in Holland or the Netherlands? I can't remember.
Owls all over it.
Okay, Luna, can you tell me if you want this brush or this brush? Which one do you want? That one? So that's a 1/2 inch angle by Simply Simmons. If you go to the Brush Guys and you put in TheArtSherpa.com, when you go to thebrushguys.com, you put in Art Sherpa, you get 5% off your brush orders. So you're going to pull some of that out? So I just leave this here for her, and by using these colors, I haven't put any contrasting colors in. It means that no matter how she mixes or she paints, she's going to get a good result. And this is what I mean by set up for success. There are times when we want to put out red and yellow and blue and let them play with primaries, but chances are you're going to see a lot of zombie green. Right? And you get
True.
sort of a zombie green splot right there in the center of the canvas. And if you're sending to grandparents or you are a grandparent and you're just doing a project, if you paint an acrylic colored ground, right, put the paint out and allow them to use these harmonious colors, then they can be as creative and free-spirited as they want, and you get something that's really shareable
This is my
on social media.
it's
It's a fun thing. You know what? This is a trick I've used a long time for my kids, haven't I, John?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll do big pictures. We'll do small pictures. I've done this in camps and stuff like this. Using color theory to set up successes is great. Some days you're going to want to paint with primaries and with colors and let them see those mixes. And some days you're going to want to set up color successes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
The big one is for you.
the big ones for me.
Mhm.
Oh, am I painting with you?
Mhm.
I am?
Mhm.
Okay. I didn't know. What do you want me to do?
Use red.
You want me to use red? Where do you want me to put it?
On my
Right here?
Put it on my white.
Put it on your white?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this real light. See, I'm going real light. I like to do that. Just
Let me use
barely
some
touch the
red.
canvas. Yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah?
because I want to have.
All right. You want to help? Show me what you can do. There we go. So that's one thing. The other thing is, one thing you can really do to help your kids, you shouldn't be a teacher, but definitely sometimes it's real hard for kids to hold the materials.
Mm-hmm.
So what I learned to do was to teach my son about the robot pincher, and then the girls were the pincher.
Mm-hmm.
But I would just go like this. Junk, 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 junk.
Spider loves that.
Junk, 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 junk. Yeah, and Spider, it took a while to get him interacting with art materials. Chunk, 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 chunk.
Look.
Because he just liked brown and green and black.
Gotcha.
That was all he liked.
What's
He didn't
this?
want to play with anything else.
Well, hey, Luna. Luna, could you say hi to Aiva?
Hi, Ina.
She did better than I did. And, Mark was asking, he wants to start doing art with his 2-year-old grandson.
Yes.
And what medium do you suggest he start with?
Watercolors.
Watercolors.
I think watercolors they're one of those weird mediums where you can get beautiful results. Kids can have a lot of successes. You can layer other medium, like you can have a watercolor project and then add pastel to it.
I mean red on
You can add paint pens. You can really experiment with a lot of media. Sometimes painting in canvas until they're older, right, is a little more challenging, but you can do stuff like this. Yeah. If they're underbinding the paint on their acrylic canvas, try not to worry about it too much. You can always make yourself in charge of rinsing the brush.
Can I use this?
Like this. I'll show you a trick.
Can I use this?
Yeah. Hey, can I do a favor? Oh, my goodness. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to do a favor, okay? I'm going to rinse out the brush. I'm going to be in charge of rinsing. Can I be in charge of rinsing? Okay, is that okay? You don't mind? Are you sure? I appreciate it. Thank you.
So,
all right, you paint, and then you hand it to me to rinse. So this is something I can do. Like I can see she's overloading with water. We're not even going to, I'm not going to sit there and say, hey, put less in. I'm just going to redirect the situation and change the outcome. No direct. See, Jane Goodall. Jane Goodall. I would love to. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be the rinser. Now I feel like I'm important in your painting. Here you go.
So one of our little brushes, Betty.
Hi, Betty.
She's saying that she's still so nervous. She says that I'm still so nervous that I have a hard time letting go and to try something new because she's so hard on herself.
Well, I think I understand that because it's so important to be perfect, isn't it? The whole world tells us we have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Right? You have to be the best to win, and that's just not true in art.
Yeah.
You just have to create to win. And so the most fun you can have in art, it's really hard at any stage of life, is to let go of that need to feel like, well, the only reason to paint is to be the best in the world. Must be the best in the world. No. You just have to be on your own personal journey and be as truthful and real as you can in the painting. And one of the best things you can do is take risks. And if it doesn't work out, it dries and you can paint over it and try again. You just have to know that all it's going to take for you to get there is to just keep going, just to persevere. I don't know an artist that didn't have to try a lot of times to succeed at a skill. I'm sure if we interviewed every one of your favorite artists, they would tell that same story again and again. Like, I learned how to draw hands by just drawing 1,000 hands. And that's how they got there. They didn't just magically understand how to do hands or magically understand how to do eyes or hair or anime. There is behind every really great artist that you admire right now about 1,000 drawings that did not work out. I have some drawings from art school that I'm like, wow, it's amazing I got here.
Medina says it looks like you're about to drink that cup of water.
I'm just holding it. I'm holding it. I got my coffee over there. See, and she's just doing her thing. These things are here.
She's just having a good time over there.
She's just having a good time.
Mom's being erase the cleaner. I letting her.
Okay. You're letting me? Thank you so much. Do you want any more white paint?
Yeah.
Okay, because you seem to be really liking the white today.
I do like red too.
So I don't necessarily always let my kids work in my materials. Some of my materials are toxic, like cadmium paint, right? And so one of the good things about student paints or student grade paints is they're always intrinsically using less dangerous materials. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, you know, obviously that means that it's going to be more translucent, and young art students are going to be dealing with those challenges. So it's finding that balance of good materials. I like this System 3. I'm enjoying these Soul Art Studio paints. They seem to be just fine. I love the Artist Loft watercolor, but, you know, there's a lot of options out there.
What's she doing?
She's just working the white today. Just working the white. Right? But there's things being learned here that she's working out right now. What are you learning? What are you liking in your painting?
The white.
You like it? What about the white are you liking?
With the red with the white. It makes a really good thing.
It makes a really good thing?
If I cover the odd blue, it's going to make this color. I'm thinking white with blue,
now,
red.
Collaboratively, I had already had this canvas pre-painted, but, like, if Luna and I were doing this, like, for serious, we would have talked about what color she wanted her ground to be ahead of time so that she was a co-creator in the painting.
If I was your friend, I would just help you paint.
You would just help me paint? You are my friend, and you do help me paint.
And my paint.
So she's just not feeling the purple or these 2 blues today.
Yep.
And because the paint is very
I
inexpensive,
do like those flares, but
I don't have to worry about it. The other thing is I have palette paper here. This is Strathmore palette paper for acrylic. Polystyrene plate is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Right? Polystyrene plate is perfectly fine.
2 blues and that purple on the red.
Oh, okay. Anything you want, sweetie.
I'm going to use.
I would love to rinse it out. Am I doing a good job rinsing?
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's like making these little adjustments. I'm protecting my calm time, even though we're filming, even though we're live, even though anything can happen.
I'm a little shocked that it's so. And your mom is still here too. Your mom.
My mom came?
I just saw. Kim's just said Ginger's still here.
Now here's an interesting thing. Whereas mom was
Where
very
is she?
smart. You need your towel? Oh. Woo. So paint happened. Another
there she is.
trick you can have is have your cleanup area. You can have baby
Yeah,
wipes
do everything.
or everything you need for a bath ready for after painting.
Yes. Yes.
So,
The other thing is you can do a timer and close up your art sessions early, right? My son does not. She has incredible art longevity. My son has about 20 minutes of art attention. That's it. If I try to push it faster, we're going to find a frustration place.
please.
Yep.
You can have this.
Right?
You can.
And the other
have
thing
this,
is,
please.
oh, thank you. Pinterest is and is not your friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Pinterest has a lot of great ideas, but sometimes things are created just to be viral and not really about your project and experience. So they'll do things like, look what you can do with Elmer's glue, and then you go to do it, and it doesn't work like that because it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes it is. Oh, can I put this one out?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it's a
That's a new
fantastic
way.
resource. You know, just if you're not sure, try it yourself first before you bring the kids. The other tip I have is have everything ready before you even tell them it's art time. You have all your stuff laid out, everything going on before you invite them into the space, because they don't have their patience yet. They're not ready for you to spend an hour setting up. Right? They're not there.
Fun. This is very fun.
Is this very fun?
Uh-huh.
High five that this is fun. Tell them this is fun.
This is fun.
Now my mom, you know, she always made sure I had every art supply. She always made sure, you know, she would create with me, just not intrusively. And she always took me to the Watercolor Society's workshops.
Yeah.
And for grown-ups. Just take me with. I had good manners. She taught me my manners that I had to have in a workshop, and I came. She didn't ever get involved in whatever I was doing. She was always just very encouraging. And so I was really free to safely, supportedly try new things.
Yeah.
So it's amazing how untrained by my mom I actually am, but how I wouldn't be the artist I am if she hadn't done it exactly the way she did it.
Right.
Right? It's a weird deal. However, and maybe you can pull that landscape down that's next to you on the wall there. She can totally paint with my daughter, Honey.
And me, right?
Yeah. Grandparents can get away with stuff mom can't get away with. Yeah. So, like, Honey can go to my mom's painting class with the other people. We'll put this right here. And here, I'll show it like this, and then John will switch the camera. See this landscape that Honey did with my mom in her live art class? Honey did this when she was 9, I think. Here, I'll hold it like this. So Honey was able to go do this with my mom, and Mom's able to give her real art instructions. It's not that kids can't have art instruction. Did she do a good job?
When her was made out, her was 6.
Yeah. So, and Mom's been able to paint with her all along, and never do they have a conflict. She can totally give instruction. I think there's just a dynamic because we're the parents, because we're always teaching, because we're always redirecting. It just gets overloaded in the art space, right? The primary caregiver is what I would say.
I'm 4. Oh, Hannah was 6 old.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's important.
Could Luna say hello to some more people?
Can you say hi to Grandma Ginger? She came.
Say hi to Grandma Ginger.
Hi, Grandma Ginger.
And could you say hi to Zoe and Aiden?
Hi.
Zoe.
Hi, Zoe. Hi.
Aiden. Aiden.
Hi,
Say hi, yeah.
Hi, Aiden. Hi, Zoe.
That's so nice. She does such a good job. She's so cute.
If you have long hair, ponytail.
Yep.
I need the thing.
And towel. And if it gets dry, don't worry. Other stuff that takes acrylic paint off is rubbing alcohol. Takes it right off.
Garden hose.
Garden hose. Kids like that one. Kids like a cleaning garden hose. See, we've got the whole canvas covered. She's had her whole experience here. She's going to keep going.
Yep.
Right?
She just paints and paints and paints.
And paints and paints and paints and paints and paints and paints. And she tells me when she's done.
Mm-hmm.
And she tells me when she's ready to start.
The blue, right?
Other stuff, you know, these coloring books that are out now, as long as the paper is heavy, are fantastic things. And everybody in the family can pull out a page and color. So instead of family game night, sometimes you might consider family coloring night. We have a set of 150 gel pens that we got on discount.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody gets a page. Everybody picks out their colors. We tape everything down. We sit at our kitchen table. Even Dad participates.
Yep.
I think I have one of Dad's in here somewhere that he was working
I was
on.
working on one in there somewhere.
This is a Dad one, I think. Isn't this you?
Yeah, I think that was, yep.
That was you. Dad participates and he colors. And the kids, I think this is Spider.
Yeah, that's a spider one.
So everybody has their own thing, and we just all color. When you color with kids, you might have noticed that Luna has been talking the entire time. Is it done? Done. High five. Is it finished?
High five now.
A high five down. You want to go play?
I want to do some more.
You want to do some more?
Last.
You want to do? What do you want to do next?
I'm going to show you. Give me a page.
Of that? Which one? Oh, here's a honey. This is, or no, that was me, I think.
So
That's
Mona was like, John painted? No, I colored.
Which one?
I didn't paint, I colored.
Okay. Which one do you want?
this one.
This one right here?
Huh?
This one right here? Okay.
I never did the one.
Okay. Let's put this one over here so it's safe. We'll pick this up, and I'll let you. You want to just keep going when we're talking?
Yeah.
So does anybody have any questions about coloring, painting, working with kids?
Boy, there's a lot of comments and just in chatter between everyone, and you have to say, but let me.
Thank you. Oh, I love the tape ball.
Let me scroll back up here and see if there was any that weren't answered within the community.
All right.
Let's save that.
I don't know. I didn't bring
Take a
gel
picture
pens.
of it.
Take a. Oh, that has a video of it. You want to hold it up and show them and say I painted this?
I painted this.
Oh, yeah. She's just a little too tall for that shot.
There we go. Did you
Oh.
paint that? That's really fun, right? Now, see, you can frame that. You can put that up. You can send that to grandparents. It's a nice finished
I'm
piece.
going to send it
You
to
who?
Grandma Ginger.
This is going to you, Grandma Ginger. Another Luna original.
So here we go. I thought I saw a couple questions up here. So glow-in-the-dark paint.
Yes, love it.
Yeah.
It's our favorite. If you put us on blacklight, we could do it right now.
We could do that.
You're like, wait, no, we can't.
I can. It's
Really?
it's some button pushing.
My elbows hurt.
Your armpits hurt?
These things hurt.
Oh, the shirt's hurting? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Huh.
This thing is hurting me.
It is? Uh-oh. I mean, I have blacklight, chalk, and paint and things.
Are you know,
It's right actually next to me on that table right there.
we can show that off if you want.
We can. I love doing the blacklight painting with the kids. That
Yeah.
is my son's favorite. That
It
is
is.
what brought him back to art.
Spider just loves that.
Okay. The apron's hurting you? Okay.
Oh, so I did. There was another question here. Thank you, Kim Sim.
Hi,
so,
Kim.
So, painting with colorblind children. Do you have any suggestions?
Work more on tonal studies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it more about shades of gray and about those kinds of things and less about color. The other tip I have is you can label colors.
I want the last I get to see. Okay?
Label colors. You can write down what the colors are on the palette. Like if you have a polystyrene plate and you've ever watched my mom show Ginger Cook Live, she'll label all her colors around. She actually started that with a colorblind student. Give examples of other successful artists that are going through what your kid is going through. So if you have a child on the spectrum, show them examples of other artists who are on the spectrum. There's a lot. If you have a child with ADHD, there are famous artists who talk about having ADHD. If you have a child who's got any vision impairment, there are artists who are vision impaired. John Bramblett right now has a YouTube channel. He's a blind painter. And I mean, he's a blind painter. His pictures are good. And he talks about his process. Show them examples of people who are succeeding.
I'm taping
right?
on here.
That are like them. I think that's the hardest thing is sometimes kids feel like they're not normal and nobody is like them. And then if you can give them examples of people who are just like them, who are painting and who are succeeding, those inks are fine.
We're going to use the chalk.
Yeah, we're going to use the chalks and the inks. These are super fun.
One is broken.
Gonna switch it over to black light. So that's my number one thing.
One's broken.
It's okay. It can't be broken. Chalks sometimes get broken. These were from Stephanie, I think. Stephanie and Mark B. Sent us these neon chalks.
It's from China.
Okay, from China.
China. Yeah. I can use
You know how you speak? You want to use pinks? All right, I'll put some on the palette. I love these. These are Dollar and Rowney FW inks in neon. You can get them anywhere. Oh, I'll get this one because it's got this weird thing. But I'll put it right there for you, okay?
And I want. It's enough.
That's enough. What else do you want?
Lilo.
Lilo. Okay. I like yellow too.
It's just my favorite.
Trying to. What are we blocking off? Oh, okay. And then we put some here. So I hope you guys, we're going to show you what it's like to paint with black light and kids. We have a video, I'll add that to the iCard, on how to very cheaply and easily convert a space into a black light studio. Orange. Okay. They're stuck, aren't they? And it's not expensive. It's super fun. I find that, I mean, if you're talking like a fun birthday party, wow, you just put out some blacklight paint. We have all different kinds. I've got, in the back drawers, I've got like these $3 little tubs of neon paint.
Now I want some.
Now, once we flip on the black light, everything goes away.
Everything goes away except the blacklight.
Let's get this thing out, okay?
Okay, we're going to do that. All right, can I get it though? We're going to put it right there, okay?
Oh, yeah, Karen wanted to, she was watching John Bramblett.
Yeah.
And just saying how awesome he is. And I noticed you were watching him the other day, too.
Yeah, no, I really love him. I'm a super fan of him. He's a local Texas artist. Totally pumped that he has a YouTube channel. And I'm really glad that he's sharing his process because we got to wait for the black light. Can we wait? We're going to turn on our special lights. You ready for our special lights? It's super fun. Hopefully the camera can see it. Woo! Are you ready? All right.
My finger's not going.
It's okay. But look, this is all glowing. So we're all glowing now. Look at the little parts of me that are glowing. You ready to paint? You want me to paint right here a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do some.
Can I do some green?
Yeah.
I'll paint it right here.
I want some orange.
Okay.
For the flowers.
Oh, isn't that fun? So this is another great way to paint with kids is blacklight painting. I wholly recommend it.
Yeah.
There's some painting party places that have these studios that you can go do. Yeah, I could totally clean this. I'm your cleaner. Thank you for letting me be your cleaner. There you go.
And you can paint.
And I'm allowed to paint?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I'm going to do some of this for you.
Black lights you don't have to worry about as much for harmonious colors because they mix so weird that they don't really make zombie green. They make a glowing green, but not a zombie green.
Yeah.
Mark would be so disappointed. Is that fun?
What if you did a really
Now,
hard?
not all kids will allow collaborative artwork like this. Some kids find it really intrusive for you to paint on their paintings.
Chalk?
You use some chalk, but not where it's wet, okay?
Okay.
Make sure you do it where it's dry.
I'm going to do it.
Okay. Isn't that fun? So just, usually blacklight materials are very inexpensive. They're super cheap.
Yeah.
As far as paints go.
Just look.
They're available at all the craft stores. I've even seen them at Walmart. And again, we have a whole video. I'll put it in the iCard about how to convert your space. of course, they're not archival, so get a picture of it in the black light because it's not going to last but a year. No fluorescent neon paint is archival.
Yeah.
It's not even, it's 2 years on the outside.
Oh.
So this is important to photograph if you want to keep it. You can get these little lights that mount in your pictures, though, if you guys do pictures together and you want to put them in the room on display, back to the display everything. And then at night, it's like having an art nightlight.
Oh, yeah.
Is that yours? Am I using your brush? That's so silly of me. Here you go. I was being silly. Yeah.
I'm using red, too.
Okay, I like that one because it's like red, but it's like pink.
So,
yeah.
Now, before we get out of here, Lewis had a question.
I have an answer for Lou.
This is
So-
actually red.
She was asking, is
This
Cinnamon
is
going
red,
to do
that's
any more
pink.
of those art subscription unboxing videos this month? You know, like Art Snacks and Sketchbox,
I
etc.
am. I have a whole bunch of them. In fact, I have a stack.
You do?
And then I've got to go out of town, and I guess when I get back, we're going to have an unboxathon. I don't know what we're going to do.
Maybe we'll do an unboxathon in the next couple days, then we'll just
I don't know.
release them.
Because I got to film that video.
They're right there next to you, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Piled over there.
There's a bunch. I've got Grandkids. I've got Art Snacks. I've got Small Crate Repeat, and I've got Smart Art.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's like almost like we should do verses. I'll make something with all of the stuff at once. Mega unboxing, maybe when I get back.
I know everyone wants an unboxathon.
Unboxathon, yeah, that's what it would be if you an unboxathon. I like your song.
Thanks.
It's fun to paint with kids.
Do we have any more tips here before we go?
My tip is keep it fun. You know, you don't remember the unpeeling, the potato peeling from Thanksgiving, but you remember every fight you've ever had with your family members, right?
Yeah.
And you remember every really amazing moment. It's the peaks that our brain is designed to remember because of how we are. Like, if you were living in the wild, you really need to remember where the best berries were you ever ate, and you need to remember where that scary saber tooth is. You know what I'm saying? You need to remember the big stuff. John's turning his back on. Just for a minute. You need to remember the big stuff. And so what you want to do with your creative space, with your own creative space, it's too bright. We'll put it back on for you and let you just finish after we're all done. All the fun you want. Thank you, sweetheart. And you're going to remember those intense moments. So what you've got to do against everything is in your creative space with your kids, protect that calm, protect it like crazy.
Yeah.
Right? If it starts to go weird, just quietly shut it down. Never as punishment. Never have punishment, anger, any of it around your creative space. I know that's a hard goal. It's a goal. It's a moving target. Don't be hard on yourselves. As parents and as grandparents and primary caregivers, we're so hard on ourselves. As art teachers, we're so hard on ourselves. You know, so be forgiving of yourself. Be forgiving kids. Remember, kids don't, it's just like us. There's no normal except on the dishwasher.
Yeah.
Right? Every kid has a process to creativity. Sometimes for them it's sculpture. Sometimes for them it's pencil. Sometimes it's paint. Be flexible, experiment, set yourself up for success. Look for where your kids are succeeding because maybe it's not going to be drawing. But it might be the way that they put colors together. Everybody has a creative spark about something. You just got to figure out what it is and then just do a lot of that. My son's Spider, it's brown, green, and black. And he does a lot of creeper.
Yep.
Like a lot. So we just do a lot of creeper pieces. We work on it a lot.
Yeah.
And you know, and realize you don't have to be the teacher. You just have to be the caretaker. I think that's the other thing. You don't have to be the teacher, primary caregivers. You just have to be the caretaker. My mom gets the pleasure of being the teacher now to her grandchildren.
Yeah.
And other YouTubers and people outside, because kids are willing to learn. You just have to recognize that bubble. If there's anything you guys need, I want to see your kids' pictures. I want to see the little brushes, everything they're doing. I love to see that. You guys know it because I repost it.
Yeah, we love seeing all your guys' pictures. Love you guys.
Thank you, Luna, for being on my show today.
You want to say hi, say bye-bye, everyone, Luna? Say like, comment, and subscribe.
I think she's just drilled in. So definitely like, comment, share, and subscribe. Paint with your kids. Paint with your grandkids. Paint with kids in general. There are great kids channels on YouTube. Art Hub for Kids and Art a la carte. I love for kids. Just love both of those resources. And of course, the Frugal Crafter has a bunch of projects that you can do with your little brushes all the time. I have a playlist that is in the iCard. Yeah. I have a playlist that is in the iCard of all my projects. I have a whole bunch of projects that are about creating and crafting and doing with kids. There's a great hand one if you've got Mother's Day coming up and you need to make a, hey dads, if you got to make a present for mom, there's a hand project in that playlist that will save you. So check that out. And we want to see you guys at the easel table creating, crafting really soon. Okay.
Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Isn't it interesting how the tape doesn't want to stick to chalk at all, does it?